Alrighty, this is your Unit 11 review over polygons and area. For 1 through 8, they want us to find the area of each figure or shaded region and round to the nearest tenth when necessary. For number 1, I noticed that I have a small rectangle embedded within a larger rectangle. So to find the area of the shaded portion, I'm going to need to take the area of the large rectangle and subtract the area of the small rectangle. So the formula for area of a rectangle is length times width, or base times height. So I'm going to use the same formula for both. For the larger rectangle, the length and the width are 19 and 7. And for the smaller one, it's 15 and 4. And then I can go ahead and grab my calculator and type it all in one step. Or if you don't have a graphing calculator, you can type it in stages. So I could literally put 19 times 7 minus 15 times 4. So my area is 73. So 73 inches squared. For number 2, the shaded portion is a sector of the circle. So the formula for area of a sector is equal to the measure of the central angle over 360 times pi radius squared. So the measure of the arc in this pitch on this shaded region is 36 degrees times pi times our radius, which is 5 squared. And again, with the graphing calculator, you can type it all at the same time. So I would put 36 over 360 in parentheses, and then pi, sorry, that's not pi, pi 5 squared. And I said round to the nearest tenths, so that would be 7.9. So it's about 7.9, let's check our units, inches squared. For number 4, we have number 3, there's a trapezoid. The area formula for a trapezoid is b1 plus b2 times the height over 2. So the bases in this trapezoid are 30 and 18. The height is 16 because it is perpendicular to the base. And then over 2. And then grab your calculator, type it all in one step. Make sure you type it in carefully, putting the correct operation so that you get the correct answer. So our area is 384 feet squared. Number 4, we have a kite. So the area formula for a kite is equal to diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 over 2. So diagonal 1 is 14 times diagonal 2, which is 12 over 2. So in our calculator, we can put 14 times 12 divided by 2 and get 84. So it's 84 millimeters squared. Number 5, again, we have a sector. So the area of a sector, again, you take the arc measure. In this case, the arc measure is 243 over 360 times pi, and our radius is 12.5 squared. So grab our calculator. 243 divided by 360 times pi, 12.5 squared. You would get about 331.3. I don't recall the units. Meters squared. For number 6, we have a shaded portion that is mostly covered by a rectangle. And then we have a half circle also included on this figure. So to find the area of the region I need, which is the shaded part, I'm going to find the area of the rectangle and subtract the area of the half circle. So area of a rectangle minus area of a circle. So the formula for area of a rectangle is base times height, or length times width. For the circle, it's pi radius squared, but since it's half of a circle, I'm going to take that area and divide it by 2. So for my rectangle, it would be 15 times 8. And then the diameter of my circle is going to be the same measurement as that height of our rectangle, so it's 8. So if that's my diameter, 8, that means my radius is 4. And it's over 2. So to be on the safe side, you might want to do this in multiple stages, but I'm just going to type it all in together. So 15 times 8 minus alpha, what equals 1 pi 4 squared over 2. And you would get about 94.9 feet squared. number 7, again, is like number 1. I'm going to take the area of the large rectangle and subtract the area of the small. So again, it's length times width minus length times width. So that's 27 times 55 minus 21 times 8. So 27 times 55 minus 21 times 8. So 1,317 inches square. And last but not least, number 8, well, for this side that is a composite, and I could separate it into a rectangle and a triangle, or you could say a trapezoid and a rectangle. You have options. I'm going with my first gut. Keep it simple. Oh, I erased the wrong one. And I'm going to use a rectangle and a triangle. So if I know the top of the rectangle is 6, that means this bottom part is also 6. So if this whole bottom side is supposed to be 14, I'm missing 8. So that part would be for the triangle. And then for the other part of my rectangle, that distance is 18. And I know a portion of it is 7. So I'm missing 11 right here. So in other words, my triangle is 11 here and 8 here. Whereas the rectangle is 6 by 18. So to find the area of the composite, I find the area of my rectangle plus the area of my triangle. So the area of the rectangle is base times height, or length times width. For the triangle, it's base times height over 2. So my rectangle, that would be 6 times 18. And for my triangle, it'd be 8 times 11 over 2. And you get 152 feet squared. Alrighty, folks. I'm going to take a break right here and resume the backside in just a moment.